Some say Chinese is one of the most difficult languages in the world, and learning it is almost impossible.
So learning Chinese, the most difficult thing.
非常非常非常非常非常难
So I'm sort of tone deaf. I can't really hear them.
I think the cultural mindset is the biggest complication for
The
us.
grammar.
知吃思诗都还难
It's just complicated so much.
Only because you're not learning it in the right way. Why not try Takeaway Chinese, where you can take some Chinese away and experience progress day by day. Takeaway Chinese, we will promise you a difference.
你好，欢迎收听随行汉语 Welcome to Takeaway Chinese. I'm Yan Honglin with Mr. Tony Reid in the studio. Hi, Tony.
What's going on, Honglin? And hello to all of our listeners out there. It's a pleasure to be here as usual.
It's great to have you here. And recently I've got really good news. Actually, it made my day that many of our listeners have sent really nice, encouraging comments to our show.
That's always nice.
Yeah, saying it has helped them with language and also gave them some pleasure while listening. And some of our friends have also given us feedback, hoping to learn more about studying in China, not only language-wise, in the sense that what kind of sentences and sayings and phrase and expressions we can use when we are on the topic of studying in China, but also some practical tips.
Okay, so some contextual, conversational tips for studying in China. So
In
like
China.
going to a university and asking questions.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
So for our dear listeners out there, if you're interested in Chinese culture and you want to get a grip on the Chinese language, and specifically for today, if you are thinking about applying for a place in a university, maybe studying here in China, this is definitely the show for you. And for more fun Chinese learning, follow our Facebook page, Learn Chinese, to watch many fun videos and live streams. But now, let's provide you with some free Chinese for takeaway.
听说你在中国上大学，我也想去，
可以呀，只要按要求申请就可以了。
有什么具体的要求吗？快给我分享一下你的经验。
我申请的学校要求中文水平达到 HSK 4级，总分不低于180分。
啊，看来我还要好好学中文。还有其他要求吗？
当然了，根据不同的专业会有不同的要求，你可以到网站上去查查。
听说你在中国上大学，我也想去。
可以呀，只要按要求申请就可以了。
有什么具体的要求吗？快给我分享一下你的经验。
我申请的学校要求中文水平达到 HSK 4级，总分不低于180分。
啊，看来我还要好好学中文。还有其他要求吗？
当然了，根据不同的专业会有不同的要求，你可以到网站上去查查。That is relatively a long conversation, but
Yeah.
I think it's information-packed.
Yeah, I think there's lots to learn, especially for those prospective students to come to China.
Yeah, so let's talk about the language side of the conversation first.
All right.
For the first sentence, 听说你在中国上大学，我也想去。
This is, I heard you're studying at a university in China. I want to go too. So, 听说, this is normally like I heard you say or I heard someone say, right?
Yeah, so I heard something. I can say, 听说你生病了。
I heard you say something.
听说你生病了。I heard you were under the weather.
Oh.
You're a bit uncomfortable. 生病
病
sick.
sick, right?
Yes, 生病。听说你生病了。Or I can say 听说你休假了。
休假了. So
Holiday.
Okay.
Went on a vacation. 听说. So when I use the word 听说, I mean I'm not really sure about the situation that I'm talking about. I'm confirming with you.
Right.
A
Okay.
little bit like that. 听说你在中国上大学.
So ni is you, and then zai is this like you're at? Or,
Yes.
And then 中国's China. And then 上大学. So I think 大学 is university, right?
Yes.
And 上, what is this?
上大学 is a set phrase or a common correlation because you would assume 在大学学习 study at the university. That's very common. But 上大学 is relatively a more common way of saying it. It's more colloquial, it's more oral Chinese.
Okay.
上大学 go to college.
Okay. And then 我也 is I also. 想去. Xiang here is want. And then 去 is go.
Yes, 我也想去. I also like to go. 可以呀，只要按要求申请就可以了。
This is sure, as long as you apply according to the requirements. So 可以啊, that's another way of saying you can or sure or, there's a lot of...
Agreeing.
Yes, an agreement.
Yes.
And then 只要, I think this 只要 is like...
Paired with 就,
So this is
forming
a-
a sentence structure.
Oh, this is a sentence structure. Okay.
Yes, so 只要 something something 就 something something means as long as you do this, the second part of the sentence will happen.
Okay.
For instance, I can say 只要一直学中文就有进步.
Okay, so as long as you
Keep studying,
keep studying Chinese, you will
make progress.
make progress.
So 进步 is progress. And 一直 is continue to 学中文 study Chinese. 只要一直学中文就会有进步. And there is the other one that has been quite popular on the Chinese internet. If you're claiming your love to your significant other, you want to tell him or her that you would give them anything as long as they require, as long as you have. You would say 只要我要只要你有 as long as you want it, as long as I have it. And you're suggesting, as long as I will give anything to you.
Okay.
I'll give you anything. 只要你要只要我有 I think it's kind of, romantic.
Sounds nice.
Yeah, sounds very nice. So this is the 只要就 as long as.
All right, so we have the 只要 and then 按要求.
按要求
So 要求, I think this is like requirements, right?
Yes.
And then 按 is this?
按 is short for 按照 according to.
Okay.
So it's follow the instructions, follow the requirements according to the requirements. 只要按要求
And then we have 申请.
申请
申请. This is like application.
Yes, apply. Actually, it's the verb here. So basically, 按要求申请 means to apply according to the requirements.
And then 就 is like then or
This
and then,
part of the structure.
and then 可以了 means you can.
You-
So as long as you follow the requirements, the application requirements, then you can.
Then you can, yes.
Okay.
有什么具体的要求吗？快给我分享一下你的经验。
This is, are there any specific requirements? Can you share your experience with me?
Yes.
So 有什么? So 有 is here is have, right? And then 什么 here is what?
Yes.
And then 具体.
具体
具体. I think this is the specific, right?
specific. It's actually very useful because sometimes when, especially in a working environment, people can be a little bit vague when they ask you to do certain things, and you can ask them to
Yeah,
具体点。
really annoying. It's like they want you to say yes, because if they give you too many details, you might say no.
But you can always ask. You can say 有什么具体要求, like this sentence, very useful. What are some specific requirements? Or you can just say 具体点。
具体点.
Yeah, be more specific. Or you can say...
It is very useful.
It is. And you can also ask what are the specific people or group of people you want me to talk to. So 具体和谁对接 Specifically, who should I talk to? Who should I talk with? 具体 very useful.
All right, 主题的要求. So 要求 is requirement. And so, yeah, 么 is the question. And then 快 is quickly. 给我 is give me. 分享 I think this is share, right?
Share.
And then 一下 is like a bit. And then 你的 is your. And then 经验 is experience.
Experience. Actually, you might find 快给我 do something or quickly give me something or 快走快走 quickly go. You find it a little bit rude.
A little bit.
But it's not. In Chinese, in this context, it shows you guys are really good friends. And 快 do something, quickly do something. It just shows that this person using the word is eager to know the answer to a certain question or to do something. It's rushing you really politely. It does not carry any kind of impoliteness in Chinese. So do not worry about using it.
Okay, so it's not any kind of injunction. It's just telling you like, you must do this now.
No, not like that. It's just very lightly.
Okay.
The tone. 我申请的学校要求中文水平达到 HSK 4级，总分不低于180分。
And that's the university I applied to requires a Chinese proficiency level of at least HSK 4 with a total score of no less than 180.
This is a long sentence,
A little bit.
But this is actually, again, very useful. Not only when you are applying to a school in China, but any kind of other, I would say, application might contain requirements related to scores.
Right.
So, very useful sentence.
Yep. So 我申请. So this is
我申请的学校 actually is the noun here. So 我 is I, we know 申請 is apply, 学校 is school. So it's the school I applied.
okay. So the school I applied to. 要求 is again is requirement. And then 中文 is the Chinese language.
Yes.
And then 水平. 水平, this is like level or
Level.
standard?
Yes, level or standard 水平. Actually, this word 水平 shares the same pronunciation with water bottle. 水平.
Okay.
That is why there is a Chinese saying, bring a water bottle very up high in the air to an airplane. And the second half of that saying is high level.
Okay, I don't understand that.
Now, because bring a water bottle onto an airplane, you are bringing the water bottle really up high there. So it is a high water bottle. And since water bottle and level shares the same pronunciation, it is high level.
Okay.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah. Where are we? 大道. I think this is
Reach.
Oh, reach.
Yes, 达到 is reach or to achieve certain level.
So level achieve HSK. 4 is 4. G I think is like grade maybe.
Grade or level, yes, here.
And then 总分. 总分 is total score.
Total score.
And then 不低于, so not less than.
Not less than or not fewer than in Chinese, both works. So you say 总分不低于180分, that's your total score should be not less than 180. But you can also say 我觉得 Tony 很高. I think Tony is really tall. 绝对不低于1.9 米, not shorter than 190 centimeters. So that's like saying when you are talking about something not lower than, not shorter than, not fewer than, not less than, always use 不低于.
不低于. Okay. And yeah, here 100 is 100, 80 is 80, and then 分
Score.
Okay.
啊，看来我还要好好学中文。还有其他要求吗？
So that's, it looks like I need to further improve my Chinese. Are there any other requirements?
Yeah.
So is just another way of saying oh, right?
Yeah, Chinese people say sometimes.
Okay. Kan lai, this looks like?
It is, but
It almost
I feel
seems like look, come. Come look.
yeah, it's a little, well, the characters are look, come, but actually this word can be used for at least two situations.
Okay.
First is it seems like something. So, 看来他不会来了. It seems that he's not coming. Maybe you're waiting for someone, it's already too late. You're saying, well, apparently he's not coming. It seems that he's not coming. 看来. Or you can say, 看来我今天工作做不完了. It seems that I cannot finish my work today.
So it has a, like, seems. I guess looks like is more like kan chi lai, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
看起来 looks like it involves a lot of looking, whereas 看来 is more like thinking. You're assuming something. You're trying to make a judgment over a situation. That's the first way of using it. And there is a second way of using it. That is to use it to suggest from a certain person's perspective. For instance, I can say, 在我看来，这件事情很简单.
简单.
Simple or easy. So from my perspective, it's quite simple or quite easy. Or maybe you can say, 在你看来,
在你看来.
From your perspective.
在你. That's to you.
Up to you, yes. 在你. So it's like 在 someone 看来, 在领导看来, 工作效率很重要. From the boss's perspective, efficiency is very important. Yeah. So 在 someone 看来 means from someone's perspective, whereas 看来 itself means it seems like.
All right. Let's keep it moving. So 我还有, so I still want. 好好, well, it sounds like good.
It is good. You remember the very famous 好好学习天天向上?
Oh, it sounds like a very useful phrase that I don't remember.
好好学习天天向上, good study, day up.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's the not properly translated, yet a lot of people understand kind of saying. So, 好好学中文, study your Chinese good or well, or, do a lot of studying.
And then 还有, I think that's still have.
Yes.
其他 is other. And then 要求 requirement, and then 么 is the question.
Yeah, this is also very useful. If someone or your boss asks you to do something, you can follow their instructions, write down everything, and you can say 还有其他要求吗? Any other requirements? Or 还有其他人帮我吗? Any other people that can assist me? Yeah, can help me. Or 我还有时间吗?
时间 time.
Yeah, do I have more time? 我还有其他项目要做. I have other projects to do. So very useful.
Okay.
当然了，根据不同的专业会有不同的要求，你可以到网站上去查查。
And that is, of course, different majors have different requirements. You can check on the website for more information.
Yep.
So, 当然了, that's normally of course.
Yes, another way of saying yes, of course, sure.
And then we have 根据.
根据.
根据. I think this is
also according to.
According to.
It's basically the same meaning with the one we've already just mentioned. 按照, yes. So 按照 and 根据. 按照 is more like according to, follow certain instructions step by step, whereas 根据 is a bit towards based on. So you can see there's tiny little difference there, but not too much. Most occasions you can use them interchangeably.
Okay. And then 不同, I think this 不同 means not
the same.
Not the same.
Yes, different. 不同的专业.
专业, this is like major.
It is major, but you're thinking about specialty.
Oh, okay.
You're thinking about specialty and professional, and you're not wrong, because 专业 can mean professional. It has both meanings. You can use it to refer to major in school. 我学英语专业. English is my major. 我大学的专业是环境学. My major in college is environment science.
Okay.
that's major, but also 专业 can be used as professional. I can say Tony 很专业. Tony is very professional.
Oh.
That's how you use it.
Okay, so it could be an adjective or a noun.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. So, 根据 according to 不同 different 专业 so majors. Hui's will yo's have 不同 is different. The yao qiu, so it will have different requirements.
Yes. So there will be different requirements according to the major you applying.
Sure. 你可以 is you can. 到
Go to. Actually, 到 is arrive.
arrive, yeah.
But it's you understand the gesture. It's like you should arrive onto the right page and start, looking out.
Okay. Wang Jian, is this online or is this website?
网站 is website. 上网 is online. Which is why 到网站上 is go online.
Okay. So 你可以 you can 到网站 go online. 想去
到网站上 means go online.
Okay.
And 去查查 go check. Go give it a look.
Did
go
you say
check
cha
out.
cha?
Yes, 查查. Cha is the verb here.
Sounds like a dance.
Oh, I didn't see that coming, but cha cha is soften the tone when you're repeating the same verb. You can also say 查一查, give it a check, or 查一下, check it out a little bit.
Okay.
And that is relatively a long conversation, but with a lot of useful information.
Yeah, I think so.
So let's give it a go.
All right. 听说你在中国上大学，我也想去。
可以呀，只要按要求申请就可以了。
有什么具体的要求吗？快给我分享一下你的经验。
我申请的学校要求中文水平达到 HSK 4级，总分不低于180分。
啊，看来我还有好好学中文。还有其他要求吗？
当然了，根据不同的专业会有不同的要求，你可以到网站上去查查。You're listening to Takeaway Chinese with myself, Niu Hongling, and Tony. We would love to hear from you. Send us your thoughts via email to learnchinese@cri.com.cn. You would know that if you make such requirement like I'd like to know about applying to a school in China, we would make a special episode for you. Coming up next, let's talk about certain steps and maybe tips that might help you to apply for a position here in a Chinese university. Don't go away, so you will take some Chinese away. Welcome back to Takeaway Chinese. I'm Niu Honglin, joined by Tony. So, Tony, do you know any pathways for applying for study here in China?
Well, I know there's a couple of inter-school exchanges where sometimes you can apply based on the school that you're in, that you can go to, say, a different country and you can study in a different place. And I think China has a lot of these kinds of programs too.
Yeah, we call it 校际交流. Xiao is school. 校际 is like among schools. And 交流 cooperation or communication. So if your school has this kind of programs with a Chinese school, it'd be easy, really easy for you to apply.
And then, of course, there's the self-financed individual. So like if you want to pay for it out of your own pocket, or like if your family is going to pay for your education, I think this might be one of the more common, at least internationally. A lot of people just pay for the education. They apply like most people, and then they get in and they pay the fees.
Yeah, I feel like it's 自主申请. So 自主 is self or self-help. 申请 is apply. But many of those can be transferred to the 自主招生奖学金项目. So I know it sounds complicated. Chinese sounds complicated, but basically it means a Chinese university's independent enrollment scholarship programs. So when you're applying for a place here in China, even if at the very beginning it is self-financed, as long as you look into those different programs that provide you with the scholarship, maybe you can be enrolled in those programs and makes your self-enrollment one into a Chinese university financed one. And of course, there is this, I feel like, really high level, that's the government exchange programs.
Okay.
For those ones, you have to, again, check certain boxes, be really good at what you study or meet certain requirements.
Sure.
But actually, I feel like I have applied to one of those, studying interpretation.
Okay.
And it was really fun as well. So studying in a different country.
That's right. You're an interpreter.
Yes.
Very talented.
Thank you. And the thing is, I feel like studying in different schools, studying a different country has a lot of perks. And even if you have to jump through hoops to apply for one, still worth it.
Yeah, it's always worth it to live abroad in another country, whether you're studying, whether you're working. It's still, you get to live the life of a different person from another country.
Yeah, and of course, there are some basic materials that you have to prepare if you are applying. The very basic one would be an application form, 申请表.
Shen Qing, we learned that today.
And there should be a degree certification, 成绩单.
成绩单.
成绩 is your grade. 单 is actually a sheet, but this is actually the certification of your grades.
All right.
And some school would require a reference letter, 推荐信.推荐信. 推荐信. And I personally would recommend you to have a study plan. When you're applying for a position in university, you can let them know what kind of study plan you have already set for yourself, showcasing that you are, very determined in studying and you have clear plan, and that would always help.
Okay. How do you say study plan again?
学习计划.
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 Oh, that's pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward. And a lot of people concern over the fact that their Chinese might not be the best. They worry that a Chinese school would ask for really high level of Chinese, making them, feel like they cannot apply. But that is not the case. Because just like in our conversation, based on different major, different schools, and even different programs, there are different requirements. Because for some programs, as far as I know, they teach in English, and you have to submit your papers in English. You have to publish your papers in English. They do not even require a Chinese level.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, especially for maybe if you're studying science or technology.
Okay.
Many of those, but I think it's mostly for postgraduate exchange students.
Okay.
So do 到网站上去看看. Seriously, go to the websites and look into the requirements. I really think it's not as hard as you would assume.
Well, science and technology can be quite difficult.
Oh, yeah. And another thing is, if you do not really have a dream school already in your heart, maybe you can consider more schools based on all these different factors. For instance, if you want to live in Beijing, you can check out Beijing schools. If you like Shanghai, if you like Hangzhou, and if you think you cannot meet certain requirements in these really high-profile universities, check out some really good one, but not that,
expensive.
And also competitive ones in some other parts of China. I would highly recommend my university. Seriously, Taiwan University of Science and Technology. It is also a really good school, and it's, I would say, not that hard to apply to.
Okay.
So it depends, totally depends. And of course, it depends on the major you want to choose. Some schools might not be that prominent when it comes to an overall level, yet some of their majors can be really good as well.
As long as it works for you. I mean, I think at the end of the day, a lot of times your degree doesn't really matter when you get a job, so.
But your experience of learning in a different country might help you go really far.
Right.
So for those of you who are listening, who are interested, go check online, 去官方网站查一查. Maybe this is your door, your first step to a wonderful life in China. And that brings us to the end of today's Takeaway Chinese. I'm Yang Honglin with Tony here in the studio. For more episodes of the show, you can visit our website at radio.cgtn.com and go to the column podcast. You can also listen to the show and read the script there.
And you can find us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and much more. Just search for Takeaway Chinese and don't forget to leave your questions, comments, and ratings.
感谢收听，我们下次再见。
再见。